So language affects your thoughts and affects your feelings, and how you express yourself to other people, but more importantly, how you express yourself to yourself changes how you think. And most people aren't aware about how pessimistic they may be. It's about using your physical health as the foundation for your mental and emotional happiness. Control is what turns someone from a pessimist to an optimist. And I really thought today when I got your text message this morning that I was going to have to do some hardcore giving you like, all right, so you're tired, and then giving you like, this is how you control it. This is the task I gave you just before, right? This is all the processes that you need to do to control your week, and therefore you then turn to an optimist. But you've come in with a finished result, which is cool, but bad for this.
Oh no, sorry.
What this is about is change, and I'm going to read the definition, is to changing the destructive things you say to yourself when experiencing the setbacks that life deals to all of us is the central skill of optimism. The most often I see pessimistic thinking in this framework is with time management, like I don't have time, or with fatigue. I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can be a pessimist and 3 ways where you can be an optimist. All right, so you're going to give me the answers though. So the first difference is time. All right, so the pessimist looks at it as a permanent fixture, as something that's very permanent, and the optimist looks at it very temporary. If you're a pessimist, a lack of sleep, what would your language be?
I can't see it changing.
I can't
it's just the way it is. That's how it's been, that's how it's going to be. Like it's all that.
Okay, so
talk.
Flip it. So when it's temporary, how can you put an optimistic view on that? How can you create optimistic language around sleep when you don't get enough of it?
You know, I'll try to do better tomorrow. I'll leave work earlier.
So why'd you, like, that's the one, right? That I didn't get sleep today and I can get more sleep tomorrow. But when you said that, you like sort of cringed. Like, what was that about? Like,
I didn't notice that. Well, because I think sometimes you say it, but you don't know if you can do it.
So control is like going from exactly what you said, like this is going to last forever, to I can do better tomorrow. Like I can affect control in it, and that's how someone goes from pessimistic to optimistic. The doubt that you had when your voice was that whether or not I could have that control.
It sounds like it kind of helps to do that more positive self-talk though, like more often, because it's 100%. Not something I'm used to, like as well, because I think you just kind of naturally switch to like your default, which might be, like I didn't do that today, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But like, maybe it's just that changing the language.
So language affects your thoughts and affects your feelings, and how you express yourself to other people, but more importantly, how you express yourself to yourself changes how you think. And most people aren't aware about how pessimistic they may be. Because they might be like this bright, like bubbly, energetic, which is like you're all of those things. But then the nuances in language, like about can I control this? Is like where it all like is make or break.
Do you think that takes practice? Like just 100%. The way that you talk to yourself and to change the patterns? Because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to change patterns and behavior and language.
My whole program is all about pattern recognition. So how I came up with these 15 skills and these 15 lessons is only by looking at it and seeing who of my clients won and who lost. And like I'm really confident in all of this, and I saw the patterns and then found the research. It went that way. And it does take practice, and it can change. I can see that. I see the people who sit in a seat like this. I think I was having a conversation with you or maybe someone else this week. So the people who sit in this chair at the very start, the very first conversation, they're like, you know, it's all everything negative, and they're slumped, and they're coming to grips with like what they've actually let themselves get to, and then you get to the end, and then females especially, they get sassy and they get all joking with me. I don't know how to handle that, but I'm not their gay best friend. I can't go and joke with them. And then the guys are all smart ass and like, you know, they got chest, exactly, really broad. And that's great, and that's exactly what I want. But like, I don't know if they realize or they recognize how different that conversation is at the start. Yeah, and it takes practice.
Yeah.
So that was a really long answer to a short question. But
yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So time is the first one. So it's permanent or temporary is the first one. I call this arena. So universal or specific. So I've got a friend who does a lot of proposals, and she gets the job really like it's kind of like it's yes or no. Like she has to pitch herself, and then so you got to get more no's than yes. And she's early in her career, and she cops a lot of no's, and then so she feels those no's then go into the whole of her life. And because she has failure there, like like it's amazing the loops and the links that she's creating in her mind, and which have no correlation with what she's doing at her work. So the last one is internal and external. Yeah. So internal is where you blame yourself, and the feelings of I'm not good enough come in, or you blame the conditions. Really easy trap to fall into, where so you had to have 3 meditation tapes and you couldn't sleep, and I was like, I'm just no good at this, I'm no good at meditation, I can't do this, right? The way I would reframe it, and how I did this last night too, was like, I'm just way too wired. I've been doing stuff all day, and I came home at like 8:30 and tried to get to sleep by 9 o'clock. I just need to relax because my day's been dense. It's just been jam-packed. And so I just need to follow the process and go through it. It's nothing to do about I'm not good enough. It's just that I've got to apply this process even harder. There's no more of a mental battle than endurance exercise. The pessimist has got to give up early. Someone who's pessimistic will talk about exercise like it's permanent. Yeah. So what will they say about like a 5K? Yeah. When they think that it lasts forever? This is hard. Yeah. It's killing me. It's killing me. I can't see me doing it. I want to stop. Yeah. Or literally they'll say like, this is going forever. Yeah. How long to go? How long? Like all of that is pessimistic. Is it nearly thinking. Over? Yeah, it's nearly over. All of it. You know, you could hear it like they come to mind pretty immediately. But that's what people say when they're exercising. Yeah. Right? But the optimist, tell me how the optimist will talk like a 2K mark. What are they going to say? Well, I've 2Ks down, I've only got 3 to go. Right, so then you're going to the next one, universal or specific. So a failure in one area will lead to everything else. So someone who's pessimistic will look at like, okay, so I didn't make my training session today. Yeah. Yeah. So then what are the links that their brain makes and says that you can't do that too? Now things are going to fall apart. Yeah. My eating's going to be bad. Might as well not follow through with the other exercise or the eating. I failed. Yeah. I haven't achieved the goal for the day. So there's no time. How does the optimist, the one who's looking very specific, it's just this part, this exercise session, I didn't make it. Like, how will they talk to themselves? So they might say something like, I didn't make it today, but where in my week can I replace that session? All right, so the last one, internal, external. So if someone doesn't do their exercise session, a pessimist will say, I'm not good enough. Yeah. But then the optimist will take responsibility, but then explain it by the conditions. The solutions are very similar, but actually there's 3 ways that the pessimist will think. Is that it's permanent, that one failure leads to everything, and then that it's I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Yeah. Okay. The way to solve it is control. So one of my clients, Rosie, I trained her a little while ago. She lost 20% of her body weight a few years ago, and she came up with this dialogue about you can't go down. So whatever it is, it might be a pizza or it might be whatever. Yeah. In the past, before she actually achieved success, that was actually the catalyst for a whole week of bad stuff. Yeah. But the pizza was the pizza, right? Yeah. And then you got to refocus and move on and start again the next day. And then focus on the next meal. Yeah. And so you asked me at the start, right, about is this a skill that you need to practice, right? And unequivocally, yes. And the best place to practice it is in exercise. Because I don't feel you're tested like any more than exactly the 2K mark, and you've got 3Ks to go. And you've got all the reasons to think negatively. You're tired, you're sweating, it's hard, you're trying to beat the last time, which was like already a maximal effort for you, but you want progress, and then you have to have the mental resolve just to get to the end.